everyone, my name is Jessie Jennings and welcome back to our 2023 New Product Showcase. This week we are talking about all of our brand new products that we've launched here at Plaid in 2023. This morning we had Emma in the studio talking about FolkArt Flat and FolkArt Sugar Metallics. So if you didn't get a chance to see that stream, make sure to go back and check it out on our Facebook page to learn all about those new products. Today we've got Bianca Octavia in the studio talking about FolkArt Terrazzo. So in just a minute, I'm going to pass it over to her to hear all about FolkArt Terrazzo, the features and benefits, and see a little demonstration to hear how to use the product. But just as a reminder, don't forget we're here all week, and we also have a sale going on plaidonline.com for all of our new products. So make sure to check that out because if you purchase $70 or more, you get 30% off. So that's a great way to snag some of these new products that we're going to be featuring all week long. Again, we're here every day starting at 10 a.m. for our first live stream and then another one at 3 p.m. So make sure to join us back each day this week. And for each session, we're also going to be doing a giveaway. So make sure to check that out too. Make sure to comment on this stream, and at the end of each session, I'll pick a name and you'll receive a bundle of our brand new product. So I'll be reminding you guys of these things throughout the live stream and in case anybody new joins. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Bianca.
Hi guys, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I am Bianca, a content creator here at Plaid, and today I will be telling you guys all about our Terrazzo multicolored flakes. This is a folk art product and I am super excited to go through all of the different colors and our 2-in-1 glue and sealer with you guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to our overhead camera, and I'll go through all of our different colors. If you guys have any questions throughout this live, please let us know. Jessie will tell me and we'll get those questions answered. So our Terrazzo flakes are multicolored and they're also multi-size, and we have a bunch of colors. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what those colors are. So our first color is our terracotta, and I'll dump a little bit of these flakes out for you guys as we go through them just so you can see them a little bit better. And then in a few minutes, we will actually create a project. So we have our terracotta.
I love that color, Bianca. I love like the warm hues. It's almost like a pink sort of vibe. I think that's so pretty.
And this would be great combined with the pink color on any type of surface that you would like to craft with. And we also have our green here. And give me just a second. I'm going to grab some of our bottles so that we can dump these flakes out and you guys can see them. So we have our terracotta, we have our green. We also have our red, and then we have our green multi. So this is similar to the green. I'm sorry, not our green. This is our gray multi. It is similar to the green except it has gray flakes in it.
I love how each one has like a mixture of different colors too, not just one color, so you really get that true terracotta trend look. Or I'm sorry, not terracotta, terrazzo trend look.
Yeah. So we have a few more to go through here. We have our yellow. We also have our brown. I'll hold it up for you guys. And then our last two colors are the blue, and then we also have the teal. All right, so I'm going to dump a few of these out. So we will start with our green so you guys can have a better look. Let's move this out of the way. We'll come back to this in just a second, and we will actually do a project together. So we'll dump a little bit of our green out. So this kind of reminds me almost of like an army fatigue pattern.
That's cute.
We have our green. Another one of my favorites is the teal. So it's similar to the green, except this one of course has the teal flakes in it as well as white and gray, and this is a great mixture.
That's pretty.
Yeah. And then we will also pull out our gray. And you guys can use these flakes on multiple surfaces. You can use these on wood, you can use these on plaster, you can also use this on glass as well. You can create a number of projects with this product. It adds depth, it also adds dimension, and you can even use this on resin as well. So these are our red flakes. I really like this one as well. And we do have some crafted projects that I can show you guys towards the end of our live so that you can see what they look like on a finished project. So let's see. Let's also dump out a little bit of our blue. All right. So these are just a few of our colors. I wanted to dump them out so that you guys could see what they look like. Again, like I said, we'll go through some finished projects just so you can see what they look like once you actually use them. But these are what they look like. So they are matte, they are multicolored, and they are multi-sized. So I'm gonna move these out of the way, and I wanna talk about our sealer. We do have two formulas. We have one matte, and then we also have another one, which is our gloss.
And I know you're going to do a demonstration for us in a minute, Bianca. But I just want to say, speaking of the color palettes, I think that we have such beautiful colors in our FolkArt Terrazzo line. I love that there's a really nice mixture of like the neutrals that really remind me of like that true terrazzo, you know, stone look. But we also have some of the brights too for the more craft side of it. We have that bright yellow and the bright blues. So I just love that we've kind of got both sides of that to make all different kinds of projects. I think that's so fun.
Yeah. Okay, so we have our sealers here. Again, these are 2-in-1. So this is not only the glue for the terrazzo, but it is also the top coat and the sealer. And we have the matte. So this has no shine to it. If you'd like to create a project that you don't want to have any gloss on, you would go with this formula. And then we also have the gloss finish, and I do have examples to show you guys of what this looks like. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. Both of these come in 8-ounce bottles.
And just a quick question, Bianca.
Yeah.
So the flakes and the sealers are sold separately, right?
Yes, the flakes and the sealers are sold separately.
So you can kind of mix and match.
You mix and match, yeah.
Awesome.
So you guys have seen our different flakes in the different colors, and you've seen our sealers. So let's go ahead and let's do a demo so that you guys will know how to do this at home. I am going to grab our mini planter surface, and we are going to create the last candle holder to our candle holder set. So these are Plaid surfaces. You guys can find these on plaidonline.com. And these are actually planters, but we've upcycled them and turned them into candle holders. So I am going to finish off this last one. We are going to add some sealer on it, as well as the glue, and then we're going to dump some flakes on it, and then we will have a complete set. So let's grab our sealer. So for this project, I think I am going to go with the matte formula. So let's open this up. I am going to grab a paintbrush, and then we will add a layer onto our surface. It is very easy to use this product. It's only 3 steps. You want to add your glue and your sealer. You're going to apply the flakes, and then you are going to add on a top coat of the sealer and the glue, and then you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and dump my paintbrush in. I don't need a lot. You don't want to overload it. So we're going to do a thin layer. And you can use this on top of a painted surface, but you can also use it on top of a raw surface as well. So we're adding a thin coat. And then I am going to grab our green flakes. So let's bring a few of these out. We'll dump a little bit more out if we need to.
And I see, Bianca, it's going on sort of milky, but it does dry clear, right?
Yes,
Okay,
this
great.
will dry clear. So I am going to lightly sprinkle the flakes onto my surface. You don't want to do too much at once because you don't want to create a big cluster. But if you do, it's easy to fix. You can grab some tweezers, or you can grab something with a fine point and move your flakes around.
Okay, that's a great tip.
And also, if you kind of want to go for a more uniform look versus like an organic sprinkle, you can use tweezers, and I do have some here with me just to kind of demonstrate how you can do that. So let's hit this on the corner, and we'll get some of the flakes off that are not all the way stuck on. I'm going to grab my tweezers, and we're going to move them around a little bit. And you can also use the tweezers to place them on individually if you do not want to sprinkle them on. That, of course, takes a little bit more time, but it does give you a little bit more control. So I'm just moving our flakes around. I personally don't want to move them around too much because I do want it to look, you know, organic. I don't want it to look too perfect. So we have one side done. And what we're going to do next is add our glue and our sealer on top. So first it acts like a glue, and then second it acts as a sealer. So we're going to go right over this with a top coat. Again, I'm not doing too much. I don't want to overload my brush because if we do too much, we might move the flakes around a little bit. So I'm just going to do a light coat, and I'm going to slowly brush it on top.
And why do you want to add the sealer at the end, Bianca?
You want to add the sealer because you want to make sure that you are locking your flakes in place, and you also want to protect your surface. So if you have painted your surface, it protects the paint that is up underneath it. Also, this is indoor and outdoor. So with it being a sealer, your project is protected from the outdoor elements.
Oh, that's great.
So we'll do another side here together. Again, if you guys have any questions, let us know. We are here to answer them.
Yeah, we have a few comments. I'll read them to you. Joyce is loving the colors. Kayla said they're excited to try some of these. These colors are beautiful. And then Kayla also said we could mix them in with resin. Awesome. So I know you have an example you're going to share with us in a few minutes. So stay tuned for that. If you're a resin crafter and you're interested in using our Terrazzo Flakes with resin, make sure to stick around because Bianca's going to show us an example of that. Paula Kinsavage is here. Hey, Paula. She's a regular, just tuning in from PA. And Joyce really wants to try this. So we've got lots of people joining us, lots of people excited about our brand new FolkArt Terrazzo.
Yeah. And what I really love about this is you don't necessarily have to be an expert crafter. This is a project that is imperfect. So it's kind of mindless. You don't really have to think about anything. You just sprinkle it on and keep it moving.
This is another one of those products. We talked about this a little bit earlier this morning with Emma. This is one of those really transformative sort of products. You can take any old surface you have, old glass, recycled bottles and things like that, and turn it into beautiful stone terrazzo looking pieces for your home decor, for gifts and things like that. And it's really just like a snap of the fingers, and it's just super transformative. I love that about it.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys noticed when we were over on Jessie, she has a lamp next to her that I think is really cool. So I think that that is a really cool way to use this product. She just mentioned that you could transform things. You guys could run to the thrift store and grab some old furniture, or you could grab some old lamps or an old vase, and you can give it new life with this product.
Definitely. I love that idea. We're all about upcycling here at Plaid. We try our best. So this is a really good way to do it.
All right, so we have done two sides together. I am going to pull out our finished one, and then we will take a look at it. So this is what it looks like. Again, like Jessie said, this will dry clear. Do not worry, it will not dry like this. In about 15 to 20 minutes, it will be totally clear. So I'll go ahead and I'll take this out of the way, and then I will bring over our finished one. So all I did to turn this into a candle holder was add in some beans. If you have sand at home, you can use that as well. If you want to dump in some melted candle wax, you can do that as well, and then you don't have to have beans. And you can burn your candle right inside of this planter, aka our candle holder. I will turn this over to the side. We'll dump our beans out just for a second so that you guys can see what it looks like now that it is totally dry.
And again, guys, Bianca's using one of our Plaid surfaces, so stick around. We'll be talking about that one of our sessions this week, but you can also purchase the surface to do with your terrazzo paints and flakes on plaidonline.com.
Yep. So this is our mini planter surface. And if you don't want to use it as a candle holder, I think that this is also a great pencil holder. It is also just a great holder for any of your small craft supplies. And so I'm going to hold this up just a little bit closer. Again, I use the matte formula for this, so there is no shine on this, but we do have some projects that have our gloss finish on it, and I will show you guys that in just a second. So this is our final candle holder. I'm going to dump the beans back in, and then we'll add our candle in, and then we will move on to another surface that I have here. We'll try out another one of our colors.
So we have a quick question.
Okay.
Kathy Parenti said, so the sealer can be used on all surfaces or are there exceptions?
That is a great question.
It pretty much can be used on all surfaces. So like Bianca said, our sealers are indoor and outdoor safe. So you can use it on any surfaces you're planning on putting it outside. You can use it on canvas, wood, glass, ceramic, terracotta, metal. I know Bianca's got a few more examples she's going to show us throughout the session today. So pretty much anything that I said, it is safe to use our sealer on. So I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher or anything like that, but it is safe to put on your covered porch and things like that. It'll be safe from the elements. So yeah, the sealer works great for pretty much any surface.
Yeah. And before we move on to another demonstration, I did want to show you guys the difference between our matte and our gloss formulas. So I'm going to start with holding both of them up just so you guys can see the difference. I'll tilt them back and forth so you can see the one in my right hand. It's pretty shiny. The one in my left hand has no shine. And so now I'll hold up our glossy one just a little bit closer so you can see it.
I love that example of it on the white and the black too, so you can kind of see how the different flakes look different depending on what you put them on, which color you put them on.
Yes, and I would also like to note that this is a ceramic surface, so you can use this on ceramic as well. This is a cute little jewelry tray.
I love that.
So that is our gloss formula. I'm going to hold that bottle up one more time for you. So the gloss formula has the blue label on it. Again, this is an 8-ounce bottle.
Which I'm sure will last you for many, many projects.
Yeah, and you know what I wanted to mention too? I'm going to bring another one of our bottles back over. So this is a 2.47-ounce bottle, and it might seem small, but there are a lot of flakes in here, and you can do probably over 10 projects with this one bottle, maybe even more. And there is a lot of glue and sealer in these 8-ounce bottles. All right, so I'm going to hold up the jewelry tray that has the matte finish on it. And I'll tilt it so you guys can see it. Again, this is a ceramic surface. You can use this on ceramic, you can use it on wood, you can use it in resin, and you can also use it with plaster.
Get a quick question.
Okay.
Khadijah said, will it work with Mod Podge or do you have to use the sealers? We recommend using the sealers. The gloss and matte sealers were specially formulated to be an adhesive and sealer for our terrazzo chips. So it really works best for that if you're using it in the way Bianca's showing us now. There's some other ways you can use the chips outside of just sprinkling and sealing that Bianca's going to get into a little bit later. But we do recommend using the terrazzo sealers with the flakes. Yep. Great question.
That is a great question. Also, Mod Podge just has a different texture and a different consistency. So like Jessie said, we would definitely suggest going with the terrazzo 2-in-1 sealer and glue for these.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to try out another color. So I think I want to go with our blue flakes this time. And this time I'm also going to use our 2-in-1 sealer again, but we will be using the glossy finish. So I'm going to grab a different paintbrush and we will go over our surface with a light coat. So there is a difference in the consistencies with our matte and our glossy finish. You'll notice that the gloss formula is a little bit more clear. I know it tells you guys on the bottle, but for if any reason you ever get your bottles mixed up, you'll be able to tell the difference between the two.
That's a really good tip, yeah. Or if you pour it out on your plate, you're using two at the same time, you can tell the difference. That is a really good tip.
Yep, and I'll open our matte finish up and I'll hold them side by side just so you guys can see what I mean.
Thank you. We also have one more question.
Okay.
Kathy wants to know, are the terrazzo flakes flat or dimensional textures if using on something like a tray bottom where you'll be setting dishes on it? That's a great question.
Yeah, so the flakes are flat. And, you know, we're dumping them out. They're falling organically. And so a second ago, I said that you can use tweezers. So if your flakes do fall up, or they don't lay flat, you can use either your fingers or you can use some tweezers or something with a fine point to lay them flat, but they are flat flakes.
Thank you. That was a great question, Kathy. And Kayla, really quick to answer your question, we have 8 colors of flakes. So we've got the FolkArt Terrazzo matte and gloss sealers, and then 8 colors of flakes that you can purchase on plaidonline.com/new.
All right, so we have our thin layer of our glossy finish on our surface. I am going to use our blue flakes on this project. I'm going to dump a little bit out. Like I said earlier, I wouldn't suggest dumping them straight out of the bottle or dumping too much at one time. You don't want to create a big clump or a cluster. You do want them to lay as flat as possible. So spreading them out evenly and slowly is the best way to make sure that happens.
It's like you're seasoning with salt.
There you go. You're seasoning your surface.
I love the blue. I love how it just adds that pop of color to that
Yep.
natural wood and white. That is so pretty, Bianca.
Yep. And these are also great with some of our metallic folk art colors, even some of our treasure gold colors. I have
that.
some examples to show you guys to give you some inspiration. But yes, I love the way this blue pops on top of this white. So we'll add just a few more, and then I'll go over it with my fingers to lay our flakes flat. This is a water-based formula. It is non-toxic, just like a lot of our other products. So you guys don't have to worry about being harmed in any way in the making of any of these projects. It is easy to clean. If you spill it, you can easily get it up with a warm rag. All right, so I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to use my finger to lightly go around and kind of press those flakes down. I might also grab my tweezers again just to kind of move a few of these flakes around. Let's actually do that really quickly. I usually keep a few skewers or toothpicks in my craft room for things like this. But if you have tweezers, you can definitely use those as well.
It's looking great already, though, even before you started moving them around, Bianca.
Yep.
I love the organic look.
Yeah. And I think another really cute project I did for this, because this kind of reminds me of what a granite countertop almost looks like. So if you wanted to grab like an old desk from a thrift store, you can use our black or our gray flakes and maybe try to recreate the look of a granite countertop or tabletop.
I love that idea.
Yeah. All right, so I have separated some of our flakes here that fell on top of each other. And we are going to go back over this with our sealer. All right, so I'm just going to do a thin layer. And you can see how well it works as a glue, because as I move my paintbrush along the terrazzo flakes, they are not moving. So it dries pretty quickly. You don't really have to wait in between to add your sealer on top.
That is nice. As an impatient crafter,
Yes.
I like when things dry fast.
I am definitely an impatient crafter. And the drying time in general is not that long. So once you've glued on your flakes and then you sealed it, after about maybe 30-minute tops, depending on how big your surface is, it should be dried.
That's awesome. So that said, if you're working on like a large surface, like you mentioned, it'd be fun to do like a bigger piece, like an end table or something.
Yep.
Would you recommend applying the glue in small patches and sprinkling it on, since it does dry so quickly?
Yes, so
Okay.
that was a great question. I would definitely go in smaller sections because the glue does dry pretty quickly. So maybe start with one end of your large surface and work your way to the other side.
That's a great tip.
Yep. Alrighty, so I don't even think we have to wait for this to dry to see how glossy it is. So I will just go over this a few more times and I will hold it up so that you guys can see our gloss finish up close. All right.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
that looks great.
And since Bianca sealed it, this is perfect for like an entryway to keep your keys in. It'd be great in your bathroom to keep your jewelry in because it is really durable now that she sealed it with the Terrazzo sealer. So that's awesome.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Thank you. All right, so we do have some other finished projects here that I want to go through with you guys before we get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and set my sealer off to the side, and we'll also put our project off to the side. So let's grab a few of our surfaces that have been completed. So I want to start with our plaster. This is a really cool way to use this product. You can mold your plaster and create whatever you would like. We have made a jewelry tray here, and once it dried, we did add our terrazzo flakes. And to me, it looks like this was bought straight out of the store. It does not look DIY at all.
It is. It's beautiful. So this is a really great example, like Bianca mentioned, of ways you can use the terrazzo flakes without the sealer. So like she just said, we had a silicone mold. We mixed in our plaster with our terrazzo flakes, and you get this beautiful trinket tray. So as we mentioned before, the sealers and the flakes are sold separately. So if you are somebody who just likes to work with plaster and make trays and dishware like that, you can absolutely just use the terrazzo flakes alone without purchasing the sealers as well. So this is a really great way to use either or.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I'll leave everything out here for you guys as we pull out our different projects so that you can see them all side by side. So
Great.
this was our plaster jewelry tray. Now I want to pull out one of my favorite projects, which is the resin jewelry tray.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So this is another project where you do not have to use the 2-in-1 glue and sealer because the resin, of course, locks it in. But you can also get this resin on plaidonline.com and use this with your terrazzo flakes.
I love that one too, Bianca.
Yeah, so I'll hold it up. This is really, really cool. This is actually really beautiful.
So like Bianca said, this is our Mod Podge 2-in-1 part resin system. So you can purchase this on plaidonline.com as well. And again, we use the exact same mold that we used with the plaster. So we mixed our resin according to the instructions. We sprinkled in our FolkArt Terrazzo chips. We stirred it together and poured it in. And it's nice and clear. You can see how shiny it is. It's super durable. It's another great way if you just want to purchase the flakes, not the sealers, to use it in your crafting.
Yep.
I love the way those look together, Bianca. They're so pretty.
Yeah. So I know we just did a wood surface together, but these actually have different colors on them. I love this color combination here. So this is a mix of our gray flakes with another one of our folk art colors.
That's very pretty.
And then this is actually a smaller version of the project that we just created a second ago. So this has our blue flakes on it. And I'm gonna hold this up one more time just so you guys can see the different colors. So it has a darker teal in it, and it also has like an ivory cream flake in it as well. So these are our wood jewelry trays. I'm also gonna pull out our ceramic dishes, and I'll set these out. I know we already went over those. And then we have a glass surface here, which is really beautiful. This is a flower vase. So I mentioned earlier that you could go to a thrift store and you can give things new life. This is a great example of that. So you can go to the store and you can grab as many glass surfaces or even ceramic surfaces as you would like, and you can cover them with terrazzo. So I think that this looks like a really upscale and high-end boho vase.
This is a good example too, Bianca, of how you can sprinkle just a little bit of flakes, or you can really load them on there and you can get two different looks.
And also, I know I just mentioned kind of like recreating the look of granite. I think that this is a good example of what I was talking about, except with a different color.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yep, so I'll hold this up a little bit closer so you guys can see the detail.
That looks great. It kind of reminds me of like oceany, like sea glass too.
And so I'll pull out the bottle that goes with these flakes. This is our teal color. Let's see if I have it here. Yep, so this is our teal color.
That is so beautiful. People really love this one, Bianca.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite projects. All right, so we have a few more. Let's see if I can lay this down without it rolling.
That's a great visual example of all the different colors,
Yep.
different ways to apply it, different ways to use the flakes. And I also love how you can kind of see how the colors look different depending on what color you apply them to, too. This is a great visual reference.
Yeah. And so I know we already talked about wood, but I did just want to pull this project out too because this is a cool way to use this product. So these are coasters. So you can do this on wood, you can do this with resin, you can even do it with ceramic, but I love crafting coasters. I think that they're great gifts. They're quick to make. You can throw them in a quick little gift bag and the gift receiver will be happy and you're happy too because it didn't take too long to make. So this is a fun project. So this is a wood surface. So I'll set this right here with our wood. And next I am going to pull out a terracotta pot. So this is another really fun way to use this product. So we've painted the terracotta pot and then we added our terrazzo flakes on top. Like I said earlier, this is an indoor and outdoor formula. So if you want to leave your pot outside, that is totally fine because it is protected and sealed from the elements using the 2-in-1 sealer and glue.
I love the pink, too.
Yeah.
That's the terracotta colors, I think, and that looks so pretty on the pink.
It really does. So I'm going to pull out the terracotta and put it next to it so you guys can see it. Again, all of our flakes come in 2-ounce bottles. And it has a lot of flakes inside of them.
And also, Bianca has showed us some flat surfaces, but she's also showed us some 3-dimensional surfaces. So the 2-in-1 glue and sealer really is very sticky. So you can do it vertically as well. You can brush it onto a vertical surface and sprinkle it and immediately turn it upright without your flakes sliding down because it is super sticky and it holds them right in place. So that's a really great example of that.
Yeah. So I have 2 more projects that I want to show you guys and then we will wrap up. So this is another ceramic surface, but this is actually our gray flakes. So I wanted to show you guys what this would look like on a finished project. This is really bold. It is a great color and I love the color combination with it being on top of a dark gray.
That's beautiful too.
Yep. So I think that this would be a really great gift for a guy. Like he could hold his watches in here, his cufflinks. Yeah.
We talked this morning, Bianca, in our session with Emma, that it's almost make and sell season. So holiday markets are coming up, fall markets are coming up.
Great idea.
This is a really great product to flip things around quickly, whether it's old glassware or like Bianca mentioned, coasters. You just, put your adhesive down, sprinkle and seal it, and you can make lots of different items and sell them. And it's just a really upscale look, and it's really easy to do to make lots of.
Yeah. All right, so we have one more project that I want to show you guys, and that is a picture frame. Actually, I'm going to show you 2 picture frames, but this is another great example of how you can use this product. This is a wood surface. We've painted it, just half of it, and then we added the terrazzo flakes on top. So this is a fun, quick, and easy project idea. I will hold this up. Again, these are our terracotta flakes.
They look different on the more beige color than they did on the pink.
I was just about to say that, yeah. It looks
that.
great on top of this beige color. So I wanted to show you guys that, but I also wanted to show you what the flakes would look like on top of a metallic color. So I will hold these side by side.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And is that the terrazzo flakes again?
These are the terrazzo
Wow.
flakes, and this is the terracotta color.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, terracotta. I keep flipping those two.
This is terracotta.
They look so different.
Yeah, you can see how different they look when you use different color paint combinations. So let's actually hold that side by side. There we go. Yep. It almost looks like it's darker when you put it on top of a metallic color.
Yeah.
But nope, it's the same.
That's a great example.
Yep. So this is the last project that I wanted to show you guys. If you guys have any questions about anything that we've gone over today, let us know. We will try to get those answers to you before we get out of here.
Yeah.
I'll
We just got some comments, Bianca.
Okay.
Kayla said that pot is too cute. Khadijah said lovely. They really like how that glass vase came out. It's beautiful. Kayla said, what color flakes are those on the photo frame? Those are the terracotta colored flakes.
Yeah,
So,
and I'll pull that out for you.
yeah,
I was going to
Bianca,
try
show
to.
us.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, sorry, you go
I
ahead.
was going to try to lay out all of the different bottles next to the projects, but if you guys would like to know specifically what each thing was, just let us know and I'll pull it back out for you.
Yeah. And guys, don't forget too, you can purchase all of these on plaidonline.com/new. All of the new product we're talking about this week is on there, so make sure to check those out. All 8 colors of flakes are there with lots of examples too, so you'll be able to tell which one is which based on the projects that Bianca showed us today.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. So these are all of our projects today. If you guys cannot decide between one color or 2 colors, you can buy them all. If you spend $70 or more, you do get a 30% discount, which I think is great. And then you can try all of the colors, including the 2-in-1 sealers. You can get matte and you can get glossy if you want to add a different finish to your different projects.
Awesome.
So, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope you are as excited as I am about this product. If you guys create anything at home using our Terrazzo Flakes, please use #PlaidCraft so that we can thumbs up and see them. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thanks, Bianca. Like she said, we'll be here all week, so make sure to check out all of our live streams Monday through Friday. We're here every day at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. talking about our new product. So this is just the start of it. This was the first day. We will be pulling a name each session to win a bundle of our new products that we're talking about this week. So the winner from this segment is going to be, here I have my name written down, is going to be Kathy Parenti. So Kathy, congratulations. You have won a bundle of our new product this year from 2023. So please send us a direct message on Facebook and let us know your information so we can get that in the mail for you. Again, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Make sure to check out our sale on plaidonline.com/new, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, guys.